Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our 14th class of this intermediate English course. Please confirm if you can hear me.
Loud and clear, teacher.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. Welcome, Jose, Gerardo, Luis. Tonight, guys, we are going to talk about a new unit. We have a new unit. It's an interesting and short unit. We're going to talk about the neighborhood again. But before we start with that, let me show you the list of the next 10 verbs we are going to study during this week. So, here are the verbs highlighted in red are the next 10 verbs we are going to study. Okay, highlighted in red, ¿verdad? Los que están sombrados de rojo. Tenemos aquí el verbo leave, lend, let, lie, light, lose, make, mean, meet, mistake. So, if we read all the tenses, it would be something like this. Leave, left, left. Lend, lent, lent. Let, let.
Teacher, excuse me. Why we can see the
Sorry. I'm not sharing my
Me
screen.
too, me too.
I wasn't sharing.
Can you share your
Yeah, I wasn't sharing. My bad. Okay, so let me go back. Let me go back and repeat again. So the verbs that are highlighted in red that you can see right now on the screen are the ones that we are going to study during this week. So those are the following: leave, left, left, lend, lent, lent, let, let, lie, lay, lane, light, lit, lit, lose, lost, lost, make, made, made, mean, meant, meant, meet, met, met, mistake, mistook, mistaken. Okay. So these are the verbs you are going to study during this week. Okay. So with that being said, let's start with tonight's class. And before we begin, here we have our quote from Seneca. We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. So, what do you think about that? Is that true? Is Seneca right? Tell me, Jose.
Good evening, teacher. For me, it's 100% true because all things that I imagine that happens is not it's not happens. It's only my imagination.
Okay. So it's not happening, it's only in your mind, right? Okay.
Right.
Tell me, Luis.
Yes, teacher. Many times we are so worried about situation that really is not. We will say maybe it's not reality. Many times the problems are in our imagination, like Jose say. I am 100% true with Mr. Jose.
Okay,
That's what I
you
think.
agree 100% with Jose. Okay. So I agree as well with you guys. In this case, 100%. I think that we often create more suffering in our minds than we actually experience in real life. So we don't have a situation. We are thinking about a situation that might be possible, but it's not yet real. But we think so much about that, and we have a lot of stress based on that non-real situation, and maybe the situation will never come, or we might face a situation way less than we thought we were going to face. But at the end, the problem is in our mind, so we have to be careful, okay? We have to be careful when anticipating suffering, because sometimes anticipating suffering can sometimes be worse than the actual experience itself. Okay. That's a really interesting advice from Seneca, and I think that nowadays we can use something like this. Okay. Okay, guys, so let's start with unit number 8. How's the neighborhood? How's the neighborhood? So this unit is about the neighborhood. We're going to ask about and describe places and describe a neighborhood. And the first thing we have is this word power, places and activities. Match the places and the definitions. Then ask and answer the questions with a partner. So the first exercise, right off the bat, is this one. What's a clothing store? What's a grocery store? What's a hair salon? What's a laundromat? What's a newsstand? What's an stadium? And what's a Wi-Fi hotspot? Wi-Fi hotspot. So here we have the places, and we need to look in this list for the definition that best fits the place. Okay. So for example, what's a clothing store? I need to look in this list for the option that fits best. Okay, that makes more sense to describe a clothing store. Pretty easy, pretty simple. This is our first homework for our next class on Thursday. Tell me, Luis.
Well, I will tell you, but you take away you are not going to start. I was thinking to get the answer.
Okay. For our next class on Thursday, we are going to
For the next?
yeah, on Thursday we're going to review that exercise.
Okay, I was thinking we are talking about today. Now, right now.
No, for now, for today we have this conversation. I just moved in, so we have 5 participants. So let's start with Jose. Okay, so it's two for two, or 2 by 2 here. I don't know. Jose and Gerardo. Okay, and then Luis and Nilcia, if nobody else logged in.
You hear me?
Okay, so yes. So Jose is correct and Gerardo is Mrs. Cook.
Okay. Excuse me. Hi.
We need to close one
Okay,
microphone.
Gerardo, there is a lot of background noise, Gerardo.
No escuché lo último.
Hay mucho ruido a su alrededor, mucho sonido en la parte de atrás, mucho ruido.
Okay. Oh, yes. A ver, es que no escuché más a José.
No, Gerardo, que tiene mucho ruido atrás en el fondo. Que si puedes ponerte en un lugar que se puede escuchar mejor.
Ok, sí. No, está bien. Ajá. ¿Me escuchas ahora bien?
Ok,
perfecto. Vamos a iniciar ya.
Adelante, sí.
Excuse me. Hi, I'm your neighbor, Greg. I'm just moving in.
Oh, yes.
I'm looking for a grocery store. Are there any around there? Around here?
Yes. There's some Pine Street.
Oh, good. Is there a laundromat near there?
Well, I think there's one across from the shopping center.
Thank you.
By the way, there's a hair salon in the shopping center.
A hair salon?
Salon. A hair salon.
In salon.
Yeah, salon. Okay, so let's continue with who else is going to read? Okay, sorry, I was. Okay, Luis. Who is going to read with Luis? Okay, Sol. So Luis is Greg and Sol is Mrs. Cook.
Excuse me. Hi. I'm your new neighbor, Greg. I just moved in.
Oh, yes.
I'm looking for a grocery store. Are there any around here?
Yes. There are some on Pine Street.
Oh, good. And is there a laundromat near here?
Well, I think there's one across from the shopping center.
Thank you.
By the way, there's a hair salon in the shopping center.
A hair salon?
Okay, muy bien. ¿Alguien más va a leer? Okay, sin nadie más. Okay, so let's read this again. Nilcia. Okay, ¿alguien más que no haya leído aparte de Nilcia? Okay, so Nilcia and Luis. Luis, now va a ser Mrs. Cook para que Nilcia lea Greg.
Excuse me. I am new. Ay, Dios mío. I am your new neighbor, Greg. I use mobile in.
Oh, yes?
I'm looking for a grocery store. Are there any around here?
Yes. There are some on Pine Street.
Oh, good. And is there a laundry near here? Laundromat near here.
Well, I think there's one across from the shopping center.
Thank you.
By the way, there is a hair salon in the shopping center.
And hair salon.
Hair salon?
Yes.
Okay. So, okay, is anyone else going to read this? Anyone else? Okay. So, I just moved in. Let's read this again. Excuse me. Hi, I'm your new neighbor, Greg. I just moved in. Oh, yes? I'm looking for a grocery store. Are there any around here? Yes, there are some on Pine Street. Oh, good. And is there a laundromat near here? Well, I think there's one across from the shopping center. Thank you. By the way, there's a hair salon in the shopping center. A hair salon? Okay, so here we have an interesting conversation between Greg and Mrs. Cook. And we can see here this expression. By the way. By the way. In English, we use by the way when we want to add information that is not related to the previous topic. So in this case, the previous conversation was about a grocery store. Greg is looking for a grocery store and also for a laundromat. This recommendation to go to a hair salon has nothing to do with the conversation. or with Greg's intentions or the information he was looking for. So when she says, by the way, it's because she's going to introduce an information that in this case is not related to the previous conversation. And she's making a recommendation. Because Greg has long hair, she is recommending him to go to a hair salon.
Exactly. To get a haircut.
To get a haircut, yes.
Teacher, it's like when we are talking with someone, and maybe the person needs to take a shower or something like this. And we can say, by the way, you need to take a shower.
Yes, yes. Yeah, the same way. The same way is when you are adding information that is not related to the previous conversation or no one asked you about that. It's just that you want to say it, like in this case. Okay. So let's navigate in the city. Okay, guys. So remember the structure. There are. Remember that we have one in singular and other in plural. We have there is and there are. Both mean the same thing in Spanish. In Spanish, we translate there is as I and there are as I. But in English, we have one for singular structures and one for plural structures, okay? One for each. So, there is followed by a singular noun followed by a place. For example, there is a bank near here. There is singular a bank singular reference near here. There is a gym on Main Street. There is singular a gym singular the place on Main Street. When we have a plural structure, so we have to use there are. There are plural 2 restaurants. 2 in this area. Another example is there are plural many hotels plural downtown. Okay? So there is for singular and there are is for plural. Okay? So those are right affirmative sentences that we studied in the previous book. Here we have questions. Sometimes we have questions. We want to know if a laundromat or an ATM is available or if we have one in the area. So in the case of a question, the only thing that we need to do is to make a switch, right? Instead of saying there is, we turn this into a question. Is there? Is there a laundromat near here? As you can see, if I go back, where is it? Okay, it's in the conversation. But if you remember, the affirmative would be there is a laundromat near here. I can take that and turn it into a question. I just need to switch there is, switch that structure and put is at the beginning followed by there. Is there a laundromat near here? Or is there an ATM here? Because these are questions with the verb to be. These are closed questions. So we have to use yes or no responses. Is there a laundromat near here? Yes, there is. Oh, no, there isn't. Okay? Yes, there is. Or no, there isn't. The same thing happens in the plural. Are there any restaurants nearby? Are there any hotels here? Okay. Here we can see the use of any, because in plural, when we are using these structures, we need any, right? Are there any restaurants nearby? Are there any hotels here? In the case of the singular questions, we don't use any. Answers, yes, there are, or no, there aren't. Again, we have yes or no responses, and we have to use the same structure as in the question. So if the question has is there, the answer would be yes, there is, or no, there isn't. But if the question has are there, so the answer would be yes, there are, or no, there aren't. Okay, there is an echo from the answer to the question, right? We have this this quantity spectrum, right? These quantifiers. We have one that we use for one thing. This is a pronoun used for one thing. There's one pharmacy on this street, or there's one cafe next to the bank. One, for one thing. We have some used for a small number of or unspecified quantity. There are some restaurants on Pine Street, and there are some stores downtown. Remember that some is a quantifier, and we use quantifier when we are talking about, in this case, a plural noun, but we don't know exactly the number, but we know we have more than one. And then we have any. Remember any? We use any in questions and in negative sentences. Are there any gas stations nearby? There aren't any hotels here. So we use any for questions and negative sentences. We use some for a small number of things or unspecified quantity, and we use one when we have one thing, only one element, right? Here we have mapping the neighborhood, places that we normally have in the neighborhood, like parking lot, mall, bank, cafe, ATM, pharmacy, hotel, gym, another gym. Wow, two gyms in the same neighborhood. Taxi, park. Okay. Okay. I don't know if you recall, but we study a couple of preposition of places when we were studying in the previous book or with the previous book. Here we have prepositions of place that we saw and studied, and new ones that we have to know. We have the preposition in, which means inside. The cafe is in the mall. We have the preposition on that we normally use for the street. The bank is on Main Street. We have next to, beside. The ATM is next to the pharmacy. You can see right here, next to. We have also here near and close to. Near and close to mean not far. The hotel is near the park. We have across from, opposite. The gym is across from the bank. As you can see, the bank is on one side and the gym is on the other side, so they're opposite. In front of, before something, like the taxi. The taxi is in front of the hotel. Behind, at the back. The parking lot is behind the store. Between, in the middle. The cafe is between the bank and the hotel, as you can see right here. And on the corner of, two streets meet. The bank is on the corner of Main and Pine. So the no prepositions would be near and close to, and that's it. Because in the intro book, we study in, on, next to, in front of, across from, behind, between, and on the corner. So the only Only preposition that is new is this one, near or close to. The other ones are known to us, are known to you. ¿Se entendió esa parte ahí? ¿Alguna duda?
Very well, teacher.
Okay. Okay. So, here we have different neighborhoods, like downtown, Main Street, the suburbs, a shopping district, a college campus, a business district, a theater district, an industrial district, and a small town. For example, Herrera in Santo Domingo is an industrial district. An industrial district. We can say that Winston Churchill is a business district, because on Winston Churchill Avenue we have many businesses. Okay, just to give you an idea. Just to give you an idea. Okay, so let's continue with our next conversation. It's very convenient. Barry and Alana. Who is going to read? Luis and Gerardo. Go ahead.
Who is going to start?
Luis, you are Barry, and Gerardo is Alana.
How do you like your new apartment, Alan?
I love it. It's a daytime, so it's very convenient.
Downtown? Is there much traffic?
Yeah, there's a lot, but I don't drive, so it's okay.
Oh, that's right. Is there much crime in the area?
No, it's pretty safe. The difference is the noise.
Really? Is there a lot of noise?
There's a lot on the weekend from the Italian restaurant downstairs.
Oh, that's too bad. But is the food and the restaurant good?
It's incredible. Hey, would you like to have dinner there on Saturday?
Yes, I love Italian food.
Ok, muy bien. Entonces, aquí donde está. To have dinner. Would you like to have dinner? Not diner, dinner.
Dinner.
Yeah,
Okay,
dinner.
dinner.
Yeah. Okay, and the word is convenient. Convenient. Okay, let's continue. Jose and Nilcia. Jose, Barry, Nilcia, Alana.
How do you like your new apartment, Alana?
I love it. It's downtown, so it's very convenient.
Downtown? Is there much traffic?
Yeah, there's a lot, but I don't drive, so it's okay.
Oh, that's right. Is there much crime in this area?
No, it's pretty safe. The difference is the noise.
Really? Is there a lot of noise?
There's a lot on the weekend from the Italian restaurant downstairs.
Oh, that's too bad. But is the food at the restaurant good?
It's incredible. Hey, would you like to have dinner there on Sunday?
Yes, I love Italian food.
Okay, muy bien. It's incredible. Incredible. Okay, Sol. Is anyone else going to read? Okay, Luis. So Luis is Alana now, and Sol is Barry.
Okay. How do you like your new apartment, Alana?
I love it. It's downtown, so it's very convenient.
Downtown? Is there much traffic?
Yes, there's a lot, but I don't drive, so it's okay.
Oh, that's right. Is there much crime in the area?
No, it's pretty safe. The difference is the noise.
Really? Is there a lot of noise?
There's a lot on the weekend from the Italian restaurant downstairs.
Oh, that's too bad. But is the food at the restaurant good?
It's incredible. Hey, would you like to have dinner there on Saturday?
Yes, I love Italian food.
Okay, very well. So let's read this again. How do you like your new apartment, Alana? I love it. It's downtown, so it's very convenient. Downtown? Is there much traffic? Yeah, there's a lot. But I don't drive, so it's okay. Oh, that's right. Is there much crime in the area? Area. No, it's pretty safe. The difference is the noise. Really? Is there a lot of noise? There's a lot on the weekend from the Italian restaurant downstairs. Downstairs. Oh, that's too bad. But is the food at the restaurant good? It's incredible. Hey, would you like to have dinner there on Saturday? Yes, I love Italian food. Ok. Bien, chicos, déjenme explicarle esto en español para ver si logran, ¿verdad?, comprender exactamente de qué va este único ejercicio que vamos a tener de las direcciones. Bien, dice aquí, look at these street maps on Springfield and Riverside. There are 10 differences between them. Find the other 8. Ok. Aquí tenemos el mapa de Springfield. Y aquí tenemos el mapa de Riverside. Bien, son diferentes, ¿verdad? Ok. ¿Qué tenemos que hacer? Necesitamos ir comparando cuadro por cuadro, calle por calle, las similitudes y diferencias que hay. Por ejemplo, miren el ejemplo que tenemos aquí. Bien. Vamos atrás. Aquí nos dice, there are some movie theaters on First Street in Springfield. Cuando vamos aquí atrás, vemos que en la calle primera hay un movie theater, ¿ok? So, vemos aquí en la otra parte, en la misma calle, otro movie theater. Entonces, there are some movie theaters on First Street in Springfield. Hay algunos cines en la calle primera de Springfield. ¿Verdad que sí? Ahora bien, cuando vemos en la calle primera de Riverside, no vemos, ¿verdad? En la parte de aquí arriba, no vemos nada de que tenga que ver con el cine. Lo que hay es un hospital. Ok. Entonces, voy a decir, there are some movie theaters on First Street in Springfield, pero como no hay movie theaters en Riverside, voy a decir, but there aren't any in Riverside. Es decir, yo voy a ir cuadro por cuadro, calle por calle, afirmando lo que hay en un lado en contraste con el otro. There are some movie theaters on First Street in Springfield. Bien, ahora tengo que decir si hay o no hay en Riverside. Entonces, en este caso, but there aren't any in Riverside. En el caso de Springfield, tenemos some porque tenemos dos. ¿Verdad que sí? There are some. Y dos o más me sirven para usar some. Otro ejemplo. La segunda oración nos dice, there's a park on the corner of 2nd Street and Maple in Springfield. Cuando vemos aquí, vemos que en Springfield tenemos un parque, ¿ok? que está en la esquina. Yo sé que está en la esquina porque el edificio llega hasta la esquina. So, Maple and 2nd Street, tenemos aquí un parque. ¿Ok? Si yo voy a Riverside en la misma ubicación, voy a encontrar que tengo un parking lot en Maple y 2nd Street. Entonces, ¿qué voy a decir? There's a park, porque es uno solo que hay. There's a park on the corner of 2nd Street and Maple in Springfield. Right? But there isn't one in Riverside. Pero no hay uno en Riverside, porque no lo hay. Lo que hay es un parking lot. Entonces, yo voy a decir que hay, y podemos utilizar Springfield como referencia, y luego en esa misma ubicación voy a ir a Riverside y voy a ver qué hay. Si no coinciden, pues digo que hay aquí y no hay aquí. Y así sucesivamente. ¿Se entendió eso?
Yes, we got it. Yes, we got it, teacher.
Ok, me asusté ahí. Ok. Bien, entonces nos quedan 8 diferencias. Ok, jueguen con eso. Eso les va a ayudar mucho a saber estructurar oraciones de cómo decir que hay o no hay algo. Ok, hay que dedicarle un poquito de tiempo, pero es como un juego. Ok, es como un juego. Muy bien, con eso dicho, let's continue. Here we have quantifiers and how many and how much. Bien, entonces, habíamos visto en una clase anterior el término de count nouns y non-count nouns. ¿Recuerdan cuando estábamos viendo los vegetales, las frutas, los cereales, que hablamos de los sustantivos contables y no contables? Bueno, aquí estamos viendo nuevamente sustantivos contables y no contables, pero en este caso no estamos en el contexto de frutas y vegetales, sino en un contexto un poco más amplio. ¿Ok? Vamos a entrar en materia por aquí. Okay, so the physics of nouns, the countability filter. We have count nouns. Remember that count nouns are those things you can count individually. Los sustantivos contables son aquellas cosas que podemos contar individualmente, como un restaurante, hotels, stores, cafés. Son estructuras que podemos contar una por una. Los non-count nouns are things you cannot count individually. Son las cosas que no podemos contar individualmente, como crime, water, traffic, money. El crimen, el agua, el tráfico, el dinero, no se cuentan individualmente. ¿Okay? Son conceptos que usamos, ¿verdad? Para referirnos a una realidad. Bien, entonces, tenemos la estructura de how many, para preguntar cuántos. Tenemos how many, how much. Si recuerdan, usamos how many para preguntar por sustantivos contables. So, how many restaurants are there? Y utilizamos la estructura del are there. ¿Por qué? Porque la pregunta es plural. So, how many restaurants, en plural, are there? O, how many ATMs are there downtown? ¿Cuántos cajeros automáticos tenemos en el centro de la ciudad? A esa pregunta podríamos responder de distintas formas. Podríamos decir el número exacto. There are 10 restaurants, ¿verdad? Si lo sabemos. Pero vamos a decir que no sabemos cuántos hay. Tenemos dos opciones. Si la impresión que tenemos es que hay una buena cantidad, decimos there are a lot. Es decir, hay muchos. Si la impresión que tenemos de la cantidad es que hay una poca cantidad, que no hay muchos, decimos there are a few. There are a few. Si hay unos pocos. Si queremos decir que no hay muchos realmente, decimos there aren't many. Si se fijan, there aren't many representaría la menor cantidad, luego few, luego a lot, seguido por un número grande, 10 or 20, la cantidad que sea. pero todas estas son respuestas posibles frente a la pregunta how many. Ok. Ahora vamos a ver how much. Recuerden que usamos how much para sustantivos no contables. Y en los sustantivos no contables siempre usamos estructuras en singular. How much non-count noun is there? ¿Cuántos de esto hay? Por ejemplo, how much crime is there here? Or how much traffic is there downtown? Okay, how much? A esta pregunta, dependiendo de cómo lo percibamos, vamos a decir, there is a lot, si hay mucho. There is a little, si entendemos que hay poco. There isn't much, si entendemos que hay mucho menos todavía. Y there isn't any, si entendemos de que no hay nada de crimen. There isn't any. ¿Ok? ¿Qué debe de llamar la atención? Vamos a verlo aquí. Si se fijan, usamos a lot tanto para how many como para how much. Usamos any tanto para how many como para how much, es decir, contables y no contables. Tenemos también el non para contables y no contables, pero, esa parte es importante, hay palabras que son únicas o de contables o no contables. Few es único de contables. Many es único de contables, pero much es único de no contables. Y little es único de no contables. Entonces, lo importante aquí es recordar que tenemos estructuras como a lot, any y none, que los podemos usar para ambos, contables y no contables. Y tenemos luego estructuras como few y many, que solamente son de contables, y much y little, que solamente son para no contables. ¿Ok? Bien. Denme un segundo. Ok, entonces. Dice aquí, count nouns, characteristic, discrete items, example, restaurants, stores, hotels, more hotels. Okay, and non-count nouns, masses, fluids, concepts. ¿Verdad? Utilizamos los sustantivos no contables con masas, fluidos, conceptos. ¿Verdad? Cosas que no podemos contar de manera individual, no lo podemos individualizar. Bien, entonces, volviendo aquí atrás, repetimos. Tenemos la pregunta are there, que acabamos de ver hace un rato, y tenemos la pregunta how many. ¿Cuál es la diferencia? ¿Cuál es la diferencia de yo preguntar are there many restaurants a preguntar how many restaurants are there? Dirá, oye, pero estoy preguntando lo mismo. No. Cuando preguntamos are there, estamos preguntando por la existencia de algo. Hay muchos restaurantes, estamos preguntando por la existencia de algo. Cuando preguntamos how many, es una pregunta directa a la cantidad de algo. How many restaurants? Estamos asumiendo que hay y estamos preguntando por cantidad de manera directa. Mientras que el are there es una pregunta de hay. Si existe o cuál es el número en existencia, ¿ok? Pero la pregunta básica es, ¿existe? ¿Está? Y aquí tenemos las posibles respuestas. Lo mismo sucede en el caso de is there much crime y how much crime is there. Is there much crime es para saber si hay crimen. Cuando yo pregunto how much, yo estoy asumiendo que hay. Yo estoy preguntando por la cantidad ahora. ¿Qué tanto crimen hay? Si ya yo asumo que hay crimen y entonces pregunto por la cantidad, mientras que el is there much crime es porque yo no sé si hay. Entonces pregunto. ¿Se entendió eso?
Perfecto.
Perfect.
Okay. Muy bien, entonces chicos, con eso dicho, tell me, Nilcia.
No, está bien ya. Yo entendí. No, está
Ok.
bien ya. Yo entendí.
Bien, entonces, El primer ejercicio es este. Tenemos que dividir estos términos que están aquí entre count nouns, sustantivos contables, y non-count nouns, sustantivos no contables. ¿Verdad? Luego tenemos este otro ejercicio aquí. Muy sencillo, chicos. Tenemos que utilizar la imagen. Nos dice aquí la rúbrica, write questions using how much or how many. Then look at the picture and write answers to the questions. Use the expressions in the box. Aquí, tomando en cuenta lo que le acabo de explicar, tenemos, ¿verdad? Trash, buses, traffic, bicycles, police officers and crime. Todo eso se encuentra aquí en la foto. Entonces, tengo que hacer una pregunta con how much usando trash. Trash es algo singular, ¿verdad? Está hablando de la basura, que es algo no contable. Entonces, how much trash is there? How much trash is there? ¿Verdad que sí? Entonces, usamos el how much, usamos el trash y agregamos la parte final, el colofón, que siempre será o is there or are there, dependiendo de si estamos en how much o how many. Para how much siempre es is there y para how many siempre es are there, la parte final. Entonces, me pongo aquí a mirar en la foto y voy a contestar la pregunta en base a lo que veo en la foto. Bueno, puedo mirar que aquí hay muy poca basura. Entonces, la respuesta sería, there's only a little. Que la tomé de la caja. Es una sola respuesta por pregunta, lo que significa que tengo que mirar bien aquí para saber cuál es la idónea, ¿verdad? La ideal. Y así lo voy haciendo con cada uno. En el caso de los buses, son contables. Entonces la pregunta sería, how many buses are there? Me pongo a buscar aquí cuántos autobuses hay. Y si encuentro autobuses, bueno, utilizo la referencia que mejor encaje. Si no hay ninguno, pues entonces digo que no hay ninguno. Y ahí tengo la opción de none. ¿Ok? Bien, entonces ese ejercicio lo vamos a revisar. Luego tenemos este otro en el que entre paréntesis tenemos 3 opciones. Debemos de elegir la correcta de acuerdo a lo que acabamos de ver. Igual sucede en este ejercicio. Tenemos que utilizar la palabra o frase correcta de acuerdo a lo que tenga mejor sentido en la oración, lo que encaje mejor. Y listo, chicos. Es bien corto. Hay 2 ejercicios a los que tienen que prestar la atención, que es este y este, pero hay pocos ejercicios, así que ahí compensa, ¿verdad? Ahí compensa. De paso, quiero preguntarles, ¿cómo les fue con la doble práctica? La práctica de repaso, ¿cómo la sintieron? La que tenía los tiempos verbales. A ver, ¿quién quiere testimoniar? Very nice. Dígame, José.
Very nice.
For me, it's too easy.
For me,
I'm more
it's
comfortable.
too easy. I'm more comfortable
Okay.
Teacher.
to do
Okay,
it,
so it
teacher.
was easy for you.
Yeah, it's more easy because the time.
It's more
I have
easy
a lot of
because the time
to do it.
I have a lot of
Okay,
time
so it was
to do it.
easier. Oh, okay, it was easier. Okay. Muy bien, eso es importante. Dígame, Nilcia.
Para mí fue duro. Para mí fue duro.
Teacher, pero ahí vamos.
Teacher, pero
A
ahí
veces
vamos.
no le voy a
estamos-
mentir que hay cosas
A veces
que
no le voy a mentir que hay
digo,
cosas
bueno,
que
esta es
a
la que va,
veces
porque-
lleno y digo, bueno,
Pero
esta es la que
es
va
para
porque...
aprender igual.
Pero
¿sabes? Para
es
practicar.
para aprender
Claro, ¿no? Y
igual,
después
¿sabes?
tiene un
Para
feedback.
practicar.
No somos Harry.
No,
o,
sé,
o
no
mi otro
somos
compañero ahí,
Henry
que ya somos
o
máster
mi otro
en
compañero ahí que ya
José
somos
Delgado,
máster
José
en
Delgado.
inglés.
Le estamos cayendo
No,
atrás.
que va.
Le estamos cayendo
José
atrás.
Delgado, que le parece muy fácil.
No, teacher, really is so confused. It's so confused sometimes to understand exactly what is the answer. And sometimes I think what the teacher is asking right now. It's like the lady say, really? Sometimes we say, well, I will see if he does the answer because
Okay,
sometimes
no, it's okay.
I'm not sure.
And it's part of the process. Forma parte del proceso, ¿verdad? Lo importante es intentarlo y luego revisar con el feedback que le da para saber si le salió bien, y si no le salió bien, pues entonces investigar qué pasó ahí, y cualquier duda pues saben que pueden consultarlo en privado, porque si lo hacemos por el grupo entonces le quitamos la emoción a los demás que todavía no se han tropezado con esa pregunta posiblemente.
Teacher, I was very bad
Teacher, I was very bad in one of the practice when I was visiting
I took
Brazil.
the exam with COVID.
I took the exam
get
with
COVID
COVID, teacher. I
was
get
very
COVID
bad, and
again.
that's why I was.
I was very bad,
terrible.
and that's why I
But
was
if
terrible.
you
But
try to practice,
if we try to practice, if we try to study the verb, the different styles, we can make a good job.
I'm really sorry to hear that about the COVID.
Oh yes, sir, I was very bad.
Oh yes, sir, I was very bad.
Okay.
Very bad. But it's
That's
okay.
good to hear.
Now
That's
I'm
good to
okay.
hear.
Yeah.
Tell me, Gerardo.
Yeah.
Teacher,
Mira para atrás.
teacher,
Señor, mira para atrás.
Gerardo, su micrófono está apagado. Sí.
okay. Teacher, Teacher, bueno, no, lo que quería decir era igualmente que yo lo he hablado con usted por temas de mi trabajo, se me ha hecho un poco cuesta arriba seguir las clases y seguir los exámenes. Pero como dijo Nilcia, he tratado de hacer los exámenes, he tratado de hacerlo, no tanto estudiando, sino lo que el sentido común y mis elecciones me dicen, pero he estado ahí por lo menos pasando los exámenes, que es lo que no quiero, pero vamos ahí en el camino.
Gerardo, se trabaja con lo que se tiene a mano, ¿verdad? Lo importante es no tirar la toalla, eso es lo importante. Entonces, nada, chicos, esta clase va a estar disponible, Dios mediante, en un rato. Y nada, les mando las fotos ahora de las prácticas, y nos vemos de nuevo on Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Goodbye, good night.
Bye bye, teacher.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye, everyone.
Bye bye, teacher. Bye bye, everyone.